Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Seuninscience. I'm Shell and I'm in science, and today we are in the lab. I'm going to try and do a day in the life, or maybe a week in the life. What do you think, Andrea? A week in the life? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So today I've got quite a few things that I plan to do in the lab. I've got a to-do list that I've written up, and I am hoping that I am able to actually do all of these. Later in the evening I am going to be doing some chip fixes, and for that I need to prepare a solution called FARNHAM LYSIS buffer, which basically just bursts the cells and allows the nuclei of the cells to be in solution. And for that we have a recipe, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. Let's go. So this is the recipe for FARNHAM LYSIS buffer. I've got it for 250 ml in water, but I'm actually going to be making a 500 ml stock because I've got quite a lot of chip fixes to do. So we have stock solutions of what we're gonna add, and the working concentration and how much of each to add. So we've got here the manic water. Then we've got 2 molar KCl, potassium chloride, 10% NP40, and 0.5 molar pipes at pH 8. So I've actually got like a cheat method to making it. Rather than me first of all measuring out all of these into a new bottle, I'm just gonna remove out some volume of water and just add directly into this bottle of manic water. And I've worked out that I need to remove 51 well, I didn't work it out, but I've worked out that I need to remove 51.25 mils of the manic water, and I can just add the other bits straight into it.
Blah 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 blah. That's you like to talk. I just wanna be on my mind, go on your face where I'm gonna walk. I don't really rock on that block. I just really rock with them stocks. Top that real estate on that block. Pass that down to all my kinfolk. See that's.
Okay, so I'm done with that, and I'm now gonna add this. Place this in ice because this needs to be kept at a cold temperature for the protocol. Boom. Ice baby. Okay, so I've got them in ice, and that's just gonna chill over there for a few hours and should be at temperature by the time I'm ready to do the protocol. So next on the list is for me to purify some DNA. I started a chip protocol last week, but didn't manage to purify DNA last week on Friday. So I am gonna do that. I'm gonna run a qPCR to see what's happening. Let's put these away first. So I have 6 samples that I need to purify, and I'll be using this kit. So the first step for the purification is to add 5 times the volume of these PB buffer into those. So I need these to actually thaw out, so I'm just going to take them out of ice.
I'm only rapping for the fun of it. I'm chasing summer all year long. I'm catching waves that fill a bone. That waving my skin is strong. You say the greatest, I've been involved. I can reach to go mountain tall. You don't really want that. But I like damn with a gun's at. I don't need a weapon. Sharper than a thumbtack. I can trigger mine. Take it, tell me where the fun's at. Tryna where the drums at. I had a snares and a jet like here. Swing that shit like I don't care. I think I ain't dead.
Thank you. Okay, so I was gonna run a chip qPCR, and I was about to make mixes, but I've just been gifted some, which is great. Thanks, Andrea.
See, I know what you have wanted before. You can do it.
Just here, big boy pissing in your leather underwear. Just in case y'all been aware. We run this to the end of the year.
Okay, so this was the last step of just eluting it in 225 microliters of manic water, and every time I put a volume into an Eppendorf, I shut the lid so I know which one I have put the liquid into. Those are ways that you try and organize yourself so you don't lose track of what you're doing, because at some point they all look the same, right? Because they're all Eppendorf tubes, so you have to devise a method for you to follow and know what it is that you've actually done. So I just took this out, and you can see that the lids of some of them have gone a bit it's quite interesting. Okay, so I now have the purified DNA in these Eppendorfs. They've been eluted in 225 microliters of water, and I need to set up a plate, but I'm gonna leave these on ice until I'm ready to do those. I've got another protocol, so I've got chip that I'm starting today, and for that I need to make some ripper buffers with some protease inhibitors, so we're going to do that next. So these are some of the protease inhibitors that we use. We've got aproteinin, lupeptin, sodium vanadate and pepstatin. These two are still frozen, so I'm just going to put them at the 37-degree heat block.
I can figure out where they're all gone. Let me see what's here.
Okay, this is the recipe of what I'm making. So I've got chip ripper, and I'm gonna make in some with SDS and some without SDS, and these are the volumes. PMSF will be added last, and that will be just before I add it to the samples, and that's why I've got here the tick box for where I add PMSF. Okay, so I've made this up. I've put in no SDS and the protease inhibitors apart from PMSF, so that I will tick that box once I've added it, just before I start to add it to samples. Okay, so we've got both ripper mixes made up and on ice. The next step is to get some cell nuclei, and I've got those upstairs in the -80, so we're gonna go get those, and then we can sonicate in the bioreactor. But before that, we need to make the antibody mixes, antibody and beads together.
Blah, 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 blah.
So here we have some protein G Dynabeads. You can see, so at the moment the pellet at the bottom are the beads, and they are in a liquid, but they're not all reconstituted. So I'm just gonna gently get these back up into solution. I'm gonna be quite gentle with these. I've got most of it off the bottom. Okay, so most of it is now reconstituted into the liquid, and you can see how much darker the liquid is now these beads are also magnetic, and you can sort of have control over where they go by using these magnetic racks. So I'm gonna allocate how much I need for this experiment. And then we're gonna wash them in PBS. Oh shoot, clean PBS. We need to go get some PBS downstairs. Okay.
You like to talk. I just wanna be on my mind, go on your face where I'm gonna walk.
yes. Woo.
I don't really rock on that block.
So I have 9 IPs that I'm gonna be doing for this protocol. So basically I'm gonna have 9 epidural tubes, but I have to do washes. I have to wash the beads first and to resuspend it again.
Just really rock with them stocks. Cop that real estate on that block. Stack down to all my kinfolk. See, that's funny, no funny. That top flow in that summer penthouse with a beachfront under it. And I'm only rapping for the fun of it. I'm chasing summer all year long. I'm catching waves that billable.
Okay, so I've done the washes and now I'm gonna reconstitute in 900 microliters of PBS so that I can split that 3 ways for the antibody mix. So I'm just making sure that the beads that have been stuck to the side of the epidural are all reconstituted, because you definitely would want to make sure that there's an equal distribution across samples. So that's that.
Waving my center strong. You say the greatest I've been involved. I can rap sweeter than the Cinnabon and still go harder than your.
I'm just gonna place this on the rotating wheel for at least an hour.
Blah 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 blah.
So the next step now is to get the samples from the -80 upstairs, which we're going to get back up in qPCR and sonicate in the bioruptor to break up the cell nuclei into small fragments. But first of all, we need to go get the samples upstairs. Okay, so we're gonna go up to the -80. I'm gonna take an ice bucket with me to keep the samples cool. And since we're going upstairs, I'm also gonna be taking up some samples, some chip samples that I made last week. Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. That's you like to talk. I just wanna be on my mind. Go on your face where I'm on walk. I don't really rock on that block. I just really rock with them stocks. Cop that real estate on that block. Stack down to all my kinfolk. See, that's funny, no funny. That top flow in that summer penthouse with a beachfront under it. And I'm only rapping.
So I've brought down the samples from the -80 upstairs, and we're gonna get started on chip. Okay, so the battery is going.